flag terrorism, through dumbing us down, eroding the culture, painting foreign countries as enemies. Everybody in Iran must be an enemy. There's so many parallels between 1984 and our world here. Just listen to what Orwell wrote in 1949. He says, quote, "With all their cleverness, they had never mastered the secret of finding out what another human being was thinking." Well, Orwell was right on a lot of stuff, but he didn't think about the mind-reading machines now that
the most dangerous time was when you were asleep, when you might, give yourself up in a word.
Yeah, he talks about, listen to this. I mean, the consciousness of being at war and therefore in danger makes the handing over of all power to a small caste seem natural, unavoidable condition of survival. I mean, this is prophetic, nearly. I mean, here we have, just let me go through another couple shocking quotes that I've pulled out of this book, and they fit right in with what's going on in our society today. We have, quote, "In the past, no government had the power to keep its citizens under constant surveillance. The invention of print, however, made it easier to manipulate public opinion, and the film and radio carried the process further." We have become a culture of corrupt morons, but there's a glimmer of hope, Alex. I see the V for Victory campaign. I see everybody getting out there and educating people about these issues, poster campaigns, educational outreaches, and so I see the glimmer of hope here. And if we can just continue to educate people, get the word out, we can come together and...
Well, resistance, you're saying it. If we stand up, if we speak out, if we rebuke all this tyranny, it will fail. But if we decide it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to go into this tyranny, we're going to lose. Resistance is victory.
A false manufactured sense. This seems to be an organic Orwellian implementation of this technology, but it's been pulled and prodded behind the scenes from the Rockefeller Foundation, who actually recruited the head of the Identix, the #1 facial recognition software company. It was recruited in 1991. This guy Joseph Attic by the Rockefeller University, and he was funded by DARPA to create the facial recognition systems. And we've been talking about these. They're coming. Facial recognition systems have actually been tested 10 years ago in the Super Bowl.
And this is going to be used to buy and sell. It's going to be your new ID. The government, the social engineers admit this. And then if you're not a good globalist, it doesn't matter what you have to pay for your food with or your house. You're just shut down. And that's what Homeland Security has said. You're going to have TSA approval to own a gun, to have a job. This is total control.
It's total control. And let's look at the snitch culture. Everybody's being turned into a paranoid person, that there's terrorists around every corner. The "if you see something, say something" campaign from Walmart. It's becoming so unbelievably absurd.
Blatant.
It's time to start standing up, to speak truth to power. And if it's so hard sometimes to articulate some of these issues to people when you're new to this or when you're trying to introduce somebody to this kind of information. And so the YouTube videos, the books, these are the ways to eloquently and powerfully communicate these complex ideas in a pretty simple way.
Well, the new book, and we're going to walk through it and show the modern-day parallels that even surpass Orwell's nightmare vision. It's Big Brother, the Orwellian Nightmare Come True by Mark Dice. Only available for the next 3.5 months, and it's going to be everywhere. But if you want to distribute it, you want to carry it in your bookstore, give us a call, 888-253-3139. You want 1 copy, 2 copies, there's discounts on that. Help the alternative media, fund ourselves, but most importantly, get a powerful tool to further educate yourself and others. It's available at Infowars.com.
Don't you just laugh every time the news plays another story about a foreclosure bank or attorney under investigation, bankrupted, or being sued? Zero Debt has a program that stops foreclosure, guaranteed for at least 2 years, without payments or attorneys. In fact, we show our members how to get the banks to pay their taxes and insurance while they stonewall the bank's collection process. We show you how it's possible to quiet the title in your name by using the bank's very own foreclosure process. Loan modification is a joke. The banks use that to take your money with nothing in return and keeping you in default. You've heard our ad before. We are not investors, bankers, attorneys, or real estate agents. We are a group of people just like you that are sick and tired of the housing crash. And we've helped thousands avoid foreclosure since 1993. Get free help now from ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com or call to talk with others who have already used our system. We'll show you how to save tens of thousands of dollars by using the foreclosure process to your advantage and save your home. Call 800-477-9256, 800-477-9256, or visit ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. Guaranteed to stop foreclosure.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Going solar for cheap is as easy as 1, 2, 3. If you want to go solar but thought the setup costs were too high, now you can build your own solar panels for less than $200. Don't laugh. We've sold over 45,000 solar do-it-yourself kits. Watch our introduction video at 123cheapsolarvideo.com. The video is free, but it won't last long. Save money on electric bills and get off the grid. Go to 123cheapsolarvideo.com right now. Our website again is 123cheapsolarvideo.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Have you ever consumed protein powder supplements? I have, and all of them don't taste that good. Have artificial flavors, sweeteners, or unhealthy sugars. About a year ago, I was introduced to a new protein powder that changed my experience. This protein powder made me feel noticeably better, and it tasted more delicious than any drink I've ever had. Here's the experience of one satisfied user named Rich.
The term best of all worlds has been belabored to death. And yet I've just discovered a whey protein powder that truly deserves to be called best of all worlds. Best taste, by far. Best results, by far. You almost feel like you're cheating, that something that tastes that good could be so good for you. Thank you, Stephen and Cocoon Nutrition. One World Whey truly is the best of all worlds. The only way for me. Yours truly, Rich from Georgia. Real user, real happy.
Call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldway.com. That's oneworld, WHEY.com.
They railed against the crown. Another ragtag band.
Shifting gears, but continuing to look at propaganda. Fox News, a whole bunch of other publications are asking the question, is Charlie Sheen's world-setting Twitter presence an elaborate stunt? And they're asking all over the news, did he stage all this wild stuff he's saying on air? Is this all fake? And people are asking me this because it all started on my show last Thursday, and the answer is no. The Charlie Sheen I know never did drugs or alcohol in front of me, was focused, was really into politics. Then he went on a 7-month party, kind of relapsed. Then he's now completely off everything and is wild. You know, the media says having a manic episode is pretty normal when you kick hard alcohol and drugs overnight. But he's saying, I'm alive, and I'm not going to pull punches, and I don't care what you think of me. And so he's deliberately just being super bold in people's face because they canceled the rest of a season of 2.5 Men. That's why he's mad. Okay, so for the media out there, it's real. Okay, it's real. And people last week said, well, why did that happen on your show? Well, I was getting him on to talk about the fact that I've seen him, you know, when the nurse comes and urine tests him, he is clean. I was with him a few weeks ago. And then it turned into what you saw, and I didn't know what to think of it. But now Fox News and others report that the sheening of America in less than a week, troubled actor Charlie Sheen becomes country's top pop culture icon. And now, you know, what are we going to see from Charlie in the future? Well, I hope he stays clean. I think you're going to see more from him on politics. Right now, he's not doing that. But certainly it brought tens of millions of new people to Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. I got to go on The View and talk about Building 7 being controlled demolition, the banker dictatorship, the TSA, the Federal Reserve. I've been able to do that on many other channels. And so overall, I just hope he makes it out of all this, because the whole fight with CBS, all of it is very, very real. Mark Dice, I haven't asked your view on this. I'm going to ask it live on air. What do you think?
It's very interesting, and of course the conspiracy theories are going around that this is a planned stunt, but you can't plan something like that. I mean, and there's no way, and even if this was some sort of a planned stunt between you and Charlie, I mean, Charlie would be, during his interviews, would be talking about some New World Order issues. I mean, I think it just kind of blew up into some mess. You know, I guess Charlie Sheen can't go on the air and talk negatively about his bosses without being accused of being crazy. And it's fascinating, too, when the show is basically about the real Charlie Sheen. And I've seen the show a few times, and he's a womanizer. He jokes about paying prostitutes in the show. So, I mean, the character Charlie in the show is, you know, kind of a scumbag. And so I don't know what the real big problem is.
Well, my point is this. Charlie, I've known for 6.5 years, was with his, you know, when he's been married, is totally faithful, is really into that. Certainly, I think almost the image of the show was the old Charlie Sheen from a decade ago. Now he's kind of gone back to that, gotten clean again, and it's this supercharged Charlie Sheen. And I don't endorse the lifestyle and everything he's doing, but the point is, he's not like Republican leaders at Bohemian Grove bringing in gay porn stars. The conservative media wants to ignore that while they moralize on Charlie Sheen. I think what people are liking about what he's doing, and the polls show it's very popular, is because they like someone being honest. And I think it really shocks people.
Well, it's fascinating. I mean, being on the other side of the media, you know just how things can get distorted, and people in the media have no idea what he's talking about. They take jokes and quote them as being serious, and it's very, very fascinating. And I'm glad that Charlie Sheen was on board for 9/11 Truth. It's a great publicity, you know, to have. It's
people say that it then discredits 9/11 Truth. That's not how the media works. People then start thinking about 9/11 Truth and looking at evidence, and Charlie Sheen then has nothing to do with it.
Yep. People are so crazy that they think that you and him concocted the 9/11 Truth expose back in 2006 to discredit it because you worked for the Pope, and that you were supposedly with me, Alex, when I bumped into Danny Bonaducci, and you were the cameraman, according to some.
Yeah, and Charlie was running all that, and that's then the Vatican assassin. He's like, well, duh, we work for the Pope, we kill people, you know. I mean, and then now that adds to it, which we love. Great, people want to say all that. Great, okay, fine. I'm a Vatican assassin.
It's kind of interesting, and you know, hey Charlie, if you're listening, bro, we should write a book on 9/11. That would be good. You should be a best-selling author. And Charlie Sheen, New York Times best-selling author. But it's fascinating. But it's interesting that you were able to culture jam The View like nobody else. I mean, you just ran right over them. They didn't even have a chance to frame the question for the interview. Let me say one thing, Alex Jones starts off with, and just rolls right over them. And that's how it's done. That's how you bypass the mainstream media. You use them for your own message. But I mean, you know,
stay there. We're going to come back. A long segment coming up. Big Brother, the Orwellian Nightmare Come True. You can pre-order it now and get it first. It's going to be shipping in just about 2 weeks, with the 21st of this month. Big Brother, the Orwellian Nightmare Come True by Mark Dice. Available right now only at Infowars.com or by calling 888-253-3139. Get it today.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolar